They might not exactly be the top dogs in the fight, but they're surely not whimpering, self-pitied losers either. They're teams that are simply lacking one element to being ascended to greatness and claiming that Super Bowl 55 win. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sports Surge. In today's video, we'll be bringing you the 8 NFL teams that are one piece away from Super Bowl contention. So hit that like button if you're new to the channel, as that helps us out a lot. Subscribe with the notification bell for future sports updates. Number 8. Las Vegas Raiders. Our first big contenders are the Las Vegas Raiders, who mostly lack pass rush, and this has been dubbed the Raiders' biggest weakness heading into the 2020 season by several analysts. To truly compete on the championship level, and of course in the AFC, they'll have to find a way to slow down those sharp offenses that are effective in various ways. Unfortunately, over the last 2 seasons, the team has allowed an average of 34 points to eventual playoff teams. This is unacceptable, but it seems to be a trend since 2018. The cure for finding a way to generate consistent pass rush was thought to be in the talents of the Raiders' young players. However, the acquisition of defense tackle Malik Collins, who is one of the better pass-rushing defense tackles in the NFL, might be the missing peg to complete their mission to the Super Bowl. He and Maurice Hurst should help provide more pass rush inside, and if Crosby or Farrell can make a leap, this defensive line surely has a chance. Number 7. Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons' strongest position on the team by far are their wide receivers. Julio Jones has been considered the best receiver in the NFL, which gives them a big advantage. And even though the Falcons traded Mohamed Sanu, they still have a very capable receiver with Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, and the speed of Olamide Zaccheaus, who showcased his value as a potentially great weapon for the Falcons. And for a safety net, Justin Hardy can be reliable. And even though the Falcons rank in the bottom half of the league in terms of pass defense, they do have talent in their secondary. Then there's Keanu Neal, able to ace up the sleeve. While Desmond Trufant leads the team in interceptions, Trufant has missed his fair share of games, so hopefully he'll be present and effective on the field as per expectations. However, the Falcons have a big gap of a hole in their offensive, which is the missing piece keeping them away from the Super Bowl. Blame it on the injuries or just poor play. The offensive line is one of the main reasons why the Falcons haven't been able to have the success their fans hope for. The Falcons haven't been able to consistently open up running lanes for their running backs, and although they protect their quarterback now and then, they aren't consistent. Number 6. Los Angeles Rams. Mostly Jared Goff has been having a pretty solid season. He's had a few setbacks. His performance against Miami Dolphins in Week 8 quickly comes to mind for one of those setbacks. But in the first 7 games, he had 12 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, with a completion rate of 67.7% and only 2 fumbles, even though those fumbles resulted in 0 loss. But he seems to be losing one of his biggest strengths. He was among the NFL's best in that department, at one point leading the league in yards off play action, and now this looks like it has done a 180. NFL research pointed out that Goff's play action production has fallen off a cliff. He has no touchdowns and 3 interceptions on play action since Week 10. With a passer rate of only 44.4, a lot of his play action throws have come from within the pocket now, rather than on the move outside the tackle box, and Goff is throwing downfield more often off play action than he was first half of the year. This is obviously leading to a decrease in completion percentage and an uptick in interceptions. Number 5. Chicago Bears. According to capable analysts, the Chicago Bears need to make a few changes in order to get to the playoffs. The first solution was to put Nick Foles in at quarterback to fix the offensive struggles. So far, there has not really been much improvement, and some would say the offense has gotten worse since Foles has been at the helm. The Bears need to consider changing play callers, making a move to improve the offensive line, and bringing in a run stuffer to help the defense against the run. Number 4. Buffalo Bills. In this season regarding the Buffalo Bills, we must ask, what's up with all the recent turnovers? The Buffalo Bills are undoubtedly in contention, but they're all over the map. The defense has as many takeaways, and they are lacking consistency from Allen, from running backs Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, and overall consistency is the vital issue to address to pave their way to Super Bowl glory. Number 3. New Orleans Saints. After analyzing the New Orleans Saints, it's clear that their primary weakness is their health. What are they putting in the water in New Orleans? The Saints have had a ton of injuries in the past, and they inevitably will occur more and more. They have already taken a hit as star Pro Bowl guard Andrus Peat got hurt in training camp. Then almost all of the linebackers on the Saints were injured at some point in the season. And to fans' horror and shock, even stars like Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara spent time off the field due to injury. Number 2. Houston, Texas. Unfortunately, the roster of the Houston Texans was badly broken for the beginning when their head coach was fired, which led to the depletion of some high-end talent. Then Houston's offense has not been elite by any means, but has at least shown heart and effort in recent weeks since Tim Kelly regained control of play-calling duties. Yet their obvious weakness aside from salary cap constraints and lack of top draft picks is their poor defense. As they entered Week 7, the Houston Texans had a pathetic rap sheet on the defensive side, including ranking 32 in rushing yards per play and per game at 5.43 yards and 177.5 yards respectively. And on top of that, they are 32nd in interception rate, barely on the board at 0.49%. Continuing the trend of embarrassing statistics, the defense unfortunately allows 25.5 first downs per game as they rank and stank of the 31st overall. With all these details, their situation seems dire, but they still have a chance to the Super Bowl. First of all, they have persistent running backs with Duke and David Johnson, and their ability to keep rushing might be the lifesaver for the Texans to reach the Super Bowl. Number 1. Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles stand a chance at Super Bowl glory as long as they correct their pass rush depth weakness. They're banking on the 32-year-old Graham and hoping he doesn't regress too much. Derek Barnett could take a step forward to realize the potential that made him a first-round pick in 2017, which would accelerate their path to the Super Bowl. And other players on the list for the depth chart that have the potential to pave that path are Josh Sweat, Jannard Avery, Sharif Miller, Joe Autzman, and Casey Tuhill. To no surprise, Sweat made some strides last season with 4 sacks as the number 4 defensive end behind Graham, Barnett, and Vinnie Curry. Analysts predict that if the Eagles give him every chance to be the 3rd defensive end in the rotation, he could add a whole heap of trouble for the Eagles' opposition. Which of these teams do you think has the potential to correct their weakness, plug in that missing piece that hinders them, and proceed to Super Bowl 55? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you're new to Sports Surge, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe with the notification bell for future sports videos. Until next time.